Welcome back to another episode of the Pioneer Coaches Show presented by GoMart. Go for good times, go for GoMart. I'm your host, Sports Information Director Jagger Furr, and with me now is head cross country coach Dan Meyers. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Jagger, thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, you're at Carnegie Mellon, the invite in Pennsylvania this past weekend. Starting out with the women first, they finished sixth as a team. Natalie Barr won the 183-runner race and broke her own school record again for the second straight week. Jenna Barnett was a top 10 finisher. Katie Hicks was 39th. Just your thoughts on how the women performed.
Yeah, one of our best meets, I believe, in school history. The course ran a little short, so we converted the race times to, full 5K. But even so, Natalie, first time under 18, 17:36 was the converted time. Jenna, 18:13. Katie Hicks, 19:11. Abby Dixon, 19:35. Ella Austin, 20:23. Laura Kane, the same. Morgan Ruggles, 20:27. Throughout the board, I think between the men and women, we had about 13 to 15 personal bests, like over 10 minutes of PRs if you combine all of them, which was huge. Natalie was her first time, beating the girl from Point Park, Cassandra O'Connor, who's a phenomenal runner, and I'm sure they'll be battling at conference. It was a sprint to the finish, and it was fun. It was fun to watch. I didn't get up close and personal. I was kind of on the other side of the course, kind of waiting for the rest of the girls to come through. But just a phenomenal race. Just huge confidence for her going into battle in a few weeks here at the MEC Championships. Jenna Barnett, over a minute PR. We knew that she had it in her. She's the most fit that she's ever been. Really stacked up well against girls in the conference, which was good to see. Katie Hicks, another one, about 49-second PR. Abby Dixon, probably another 50 seconds right there. So that was huge. And I know that we need to get some girls healthy for our five heading into conference. Laura Kane gets a little healthier each week. Ella Austin, Morgan Ruggles keep running really consistent. We were 9 points off Wesleyan. There's somebody that we're looking to compete with at conference, between that like 4 to 7 range in the conference meet. So, that was an excellent performance by the women. Like I said, one of the best in school history. Just really, really pleased with it, really proud of the girls. And we were at it this morning. The women were destined to have a big workout this morning, and their eyes are locked in 10 to 12 days from now. So really, really proud of their efforts and, phenomenal finish, 6 out of 19 teams. And it was a loaded field, so we were really, really happy with it.
And the men were also sixth as a team. You also had two top 10 finishers. Nick Pitchford was sixth. Pat Riley was 10th. Jackson Mallett had another good race. Just your thoughts on how the men performed as well.
Yeah, all three personal bests for the group. It ran a little short, but regardless, still would have been PRs for all of the guys. Nick Pitchford tying Bubby Dent for second all-time. That's huge. Bubby Dent was one of our first Hall of Famers inducted into the first Hall of Famers from our program to be inducted. So that goes to show just how well Nick ran. Pat also, ran great. He didn't have the race he wanted to at Louisville and came out and ran very, very strong. And those guys kind of worked through a pack early on and just kind of, last K they were moving. And then Jackson Mallett, another good one. And I think we had 8 guys with personal bests on the day. Luke Bart came in huge on our number 5 runner. Caden Davis didn't have the day he wanted, but, his eyes are set on conference now. And, that men's pack at conference 3 through team number 7, it's going to be so tight. So anything can happen here in 2 weeks, but with what those guys, showed, on that course, I feel really confident heading into the MECs, but that was just phenomenal.
And then Natalie Barr, she was MEC Runner of the Week again for the second week in a row. Like I mentioned earlier, she already broke her school record for another week. She won a race for the second consecutive week. She just continues to get better, it feels like, every week of the season. How key has this been for the success of your team this year?
Yeah, obviously Natalie gets a lot of the headlines. She's really what kind of jump-started the success that we've had on both sides, men and women. More runners want to come here because they see how much better Natalie's getting, and that's just a testament to her hard work. These past 2 weeks, she's never been cross-country runner of the week before with all her accolades. To do that back-to-back weeks, and, I think coming into her career as a freshman, a lot of people saw her as more of a track girl, and she's established herself as one of the most all-around distance runners in the league. And this weekend, she made a statement, and she's not going to be satisfied unless she does that in 2 weeks. And she wasn't super happy with her times in the first few meets that we ran, but she's starting to click right now. And it's just been great publicity for our program, and just goes to show that we can develop anyone here. And I think that she's ready to go battle with the best of the best this weekend. And that goes for Jenna too. She's an elite runner. I mean, Jenna's a minute and 17 seconds ahead of the number one time when I got here on the all-time list. So, and Katie's number 3 now. So, and Abby being number 5. So it's just a testament to those girls believing that every single day they can just get a little bit better. And Natalie's led the way, but it's just a whole testament. It's a whole team effort, and that's the way Natalie wants it. She's one of the best team supporters that we got, and she's just an excellent role model for these young girls coming into the program. And it's just kind of a pinch me moment, with all the success that women's team and the men's team's having. We've came a long way in 2 years, and it feels awesome to show up at these meets and really show what we got. And I tell the team all the time, just because you come from a small school in a small town doesn't mean you can't do big things. And we continue to do that week in and week out.
And now you're a little under 2 weeks away from the Missy Championship. I know it's something you're really looking forward to. What's the preparation look like as you head into next Saturday, since you're about 10 to 11 days away?
Yeah, I think it's different, in terms of our rookies and our veterans. So, our veterans are kind of used to this buildup in mileage that we've had, and a lot of them don't want to, let off the gas quite yet. And more so for our freshmen, it's a little bit about maintenance. They've hit some of their highest mileage weeks. Now we're going to drop down a little bit, cross train a day or, a session if we need to, take a few miles off here and there. I think it looks a little bit different, men and women, in terms of our veterans and, our rookies that are involved into the program. Today was probably like the last hay in the barn workout. We'll have a little tune up on Friday and next Tuesday. But our big workouts are kind of in the books, at least until conference, and then we'll get back at it heading into the regional. But a little bit just kind of knowing every runner individually and knowing what we need in these next 2 weeks to be at 100% when we hit Mountain East Conference.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming right now. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep, Jagger, thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Coaches Show presented by GoMart. With me, I have head volleyball coach Kiara Perkins. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach. Last week, you started out with a 3-0 loss to West Virginia State on Tuesday at home. You played really tight in that first set. It was 26-24, but they were able to really pull away in those final 2 sets. Just your thoughts on the defeat there.
Kind of like the same things that have been going on with the last few games with those 3-0 sets. Trying to keep that energy and complete focus going into the next sets.
And on Charleston, it was a 3-0 loss as well. Little different story this time. First set was controlled by UC, but this final 2 sets could have went either way. It was 25-22 and 25-23. Just your thoughts on that loss.
I mean, UC's a great team. They've always had a good program. They were earning just about every other point. So that does make it really tough. But I think definitely the first set struggling, but being able to come back in and really fight, even grabbing the lead. I think it was 2-7 at one point in the second set, but losing that lead and them fighting back in. I think we were doing very well with fighting to earn points with our blocks and our kills and even a couple aces, but I think definitely just focusing on earning our points and limiting our errors is going to be huge for us.
And you got a big week ahead coming up. You got Concord on Tuesday, Salem on Friday, Point Park on Saturday, all on the road. You're on a little bit of a skid right now, but it's a really good opportunity to get back on track. What do you want to see out of your girls this week?
Definitely just keeping those last 2 sets against Charleston in mind and just applying that during every single set. Just having the focus of not giving up, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose the first set. It's what you do after that really matters.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
This fall, GoMart's got your chance to kick your tailgating game up a notch. Now through the end of October, enter GoMart's Get in the Game contest for your chance to win the ultimate tailgate package. Win a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, a pop-up tent, a portable grill, and a cooler. It's everything you need to pregame for your favorite team. To be entered to win, head to your local GoMart and scan the QR code in-store. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Coaches Show presented by GoMart. With me now, I've head women's soccer coach J.R. Dodson. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Jagger.
All right, Coach. Started out last week on Wednesday night with a 4-1 win, over West Liberty. You had 4 different goal scorers. It was a balanced scoring night. You had 2 goals in the first half and 2 in the second half. What did you think of the win?
I think we needed it. It was a good win, a good team win. I think that's the big positive thing to take is I think our team has really come together as a unit.
And then on Sunday, you had Fairmont at home. It was a 3-0 loss. They're one of the MEC's top teams. You were tied at half. I mean, it was a really close game there. And then in the second half, Fairmont State was able to put 3 goals in the back of the net. Just your thoughts on the defeat.
Just unfortunate, I think. I think we were playing with them competitive. We had some opportunities. Fairmont's a great team. Not to take anything away from that, and I think we just kind of lost that edge in the second half. And Fairmont's a big second half team. They've done it all year.
And you got Salem and Wheeling coming up. Salem is a team who's kind of struggled a lot lately, or this year, but lately they played D&E close on Saturday. Wheeling has tied Fairmont, Charleston, and Frostburg, so they're a team that's really competed this year. How do you feel your girls match up with another big week of games coming up?
I think we're going to be good. I think our big key was try to get rested because one thing about even backing up to the Fairmont game, we played 3 games in 1 week because of the
delay on Sunday with Point Park, yeah.
So we played Monday, Wednesday, and then Sunday. So we took a day off yesterday, trying to get rested up and hit training today and try to get ready for Salem and Wheeling this week.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck this week.
All right, thank you.